Hi, so I have not been on YouTube in like a year at this point, and I'm here now, and I wanted to do kind of like a 2018 synopsis to kind of reflect on how the year went for me and the things that I learned, and also talk about everything I'm excited for 2019. By the way, this video is going to be a little rambly because I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, and things are just coming to me as I think about this year and everything that I've done. So 2018 has been pretty chaotic. I have been spending a majority of my time on school and work. And that's pretty much all I can really think of when it comes to what this year was for me. It's just like I figured out exactly what I want to do in the future, and I've been working really hard to build my portfolio for that. So I've been making lots of installations and working on my collages. It's just been a lot of working and making new things, and I'm really proud of everything that kind of came out of this year. One thing I do kind of wish though is that I hadn't pushed myself quite as hard as I did, because I feel like I never really had leisure time, or I don't know, I just kind of look back on this year and I'm like, yeah, my year was basically just me working all the time, and it's a little stressful to think about it that way. But I am really content with everything I made, and so I think it was all worth it in the end. One thing I obviously kind of stopped doing was making YouTube videos. And that kind of has to do with a lot of mental health problems I've been dealing with this entire year. I was having some pretty severe health situations happening and seeing lots of doctors. And I just like, every single time I sat down to make a YouTube video, I would get in front of the camera and then start crying, like just bawl my eyes out. And I don't know why it was YouTube specifically or just video making that was triggering all these emotions for me, but I just felt like I didn't have a voice, I didn't have anything I wanted to say, or if I did, that it wasn't important, and I just felt like really unmotivated to make videos, which makes me sad because I actually really like making YouTube videos. I think I just get a little overwhelmed and nitpicky about like everything needing to be perfect or everything needing to have this substantial meaning and be cohesive with my like vision for my YouTube channel, which I literally don't have one because I'm a mess. So I just think it is something that I want to work on, and I still really like making YouTube videos, and so even though I didn't make like literally any this year, I am back and I'm going to hopefully make a few more before I die. In terms of travel this year, I kind of did, okay, so I didn't get as much travel in as I did last year, but I think next year is going to compensate for that. But I was able to go down to Texas and Oklahoma City like multiple times. I also went to Arkansas with Maggie again, which was really fun, and I think that's it. Wait, just kidding. I also went to St. Louis. That was really fun. I met my new friend Rachel there. That was pretty cool. We just had met like 3 days prior, and I was like, do you want to go to St. Louis? And she said yes. And then we went on a road trip together and became really good friends. I kind of met a lot of people that way, just being a little bit more outgoing this year and kind of putting my foot into places that I normally just kind of stood on the sidelines of. And I think that has changed some group dynamics with me in my majors. Oh, by the way, I have changed my majors again, but not really changed them. Basically, I am now a double major in architecture and graphic design with a minor in visual arts with an emphasis on expanded media. So one thing I noticed when I made that change was that I was kind of like in so many different programs but not like fully in any of them, that I wasn't making friends, and I kind of felt like an outsider because the way I approach graphic design is different than the graphic design kids, and the way I approach art is also different because I have backgrounds in all three topics. But this year, I think, especially this semester, I think I did a really good job at putting myself out there and making friends and working hard to do good. Overall, I also worked a lot this year and kind of picked up every opportunity to make money and try to save up for the big news that I will talk about when it comes to talking about 2019. I'm like overall pretty proud about how I managed money this year. that's just one thing I always look at when I look back at my year is like, how well did I manage money? And I worked really hard, so my income was a lot higher and more diversified than it normally would be. There was like one month where I ate Subway every single day for an entire month. And that was not necessarily financially savvy of me. But on average, I think I did a pretty good job at not spending money on a day-to-day basis and spending it where it mattered to me, which this year was food. That was where I spent a lot of my money. I can't really think about anything else that was super significant about 2018. It was really difficult because of medical problems, but you know, no point in dwelling on stuff. And I'm really excited for 2019, so I'm ready to talk about that now. So for 2019, I'm going to be studying abroad, and I am so excited. I'm going to Barcelona, Spain, and I'm studying at LA which is the School of Design in Barcelona, Spain. But it's really interesting because this school is like the leading international school in what I want to do. And they also offer a grad program in Master in Ephemeral Architecture and Temporary Spaces, which is exactly what I want to do in the future. And the tuition is comparable to me going anywhere in the US, and also it's taught in English. So I'm hoping, one of my goals for this semester is to kind of make my way into the program, talk to some professors, and see if going to grad school is like something that's actually feasible. Because if it is, I could be in Europe for like 2 or 3 more years, and that's really exciting to me. Because I really liked it when I went to Sweden, and I'm sure I'm gonna really enjoy it when I go this semester. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on for the past month, was finishing up finals and just getting prepared for this trip like crazy, because I'm gonna be gone from January 2nd to sometime in May. I haven't bought a return flight yet, so I'm just gonna see how things play out when I'm abroad. But I'm really excited for it. I'm going to travel lots and have lots of experiences. I'm super excited for the education I'm going to get there, because the school is one of the leading schools in what I want to do. And I'm also excited to meet my roommate. She's actually from the same state as me, and I think that we're going to get along pretty well. In addition to that, I am also planning a trip that I've been planning for like 2 years now with my cousin, but we're gonna backpack New Zealand and Australia for 3 weeks in like the January of 2020, and that is really also super awesome. Basically, I just really have been saving up money so that I can do these like international excursions, because that is one, where I'm interested in living in the future and working in the future, and 2, I just really want to see these places, especially some of them. Like, I went on the UNESCO World Heritage Site list and just looked at all of these things, and some of them are at risk of being destroyed, and if I wait another 5 years, like, they might not be there. And so I'm really pushing myself to see all of these things while I can, because you can't really pick up and leave things when you have a career later on in life. So that's kind of where my focus is for 2019, is like going to Europe, seeing as much as I can, and then going to Australia and New Zealand with my cousin, both of which are just going to be amazing opportunities that make me smile on the inside, and I'm just kidding. So exciting. So I don't really know anything else that I feel like I need to say. This has kind of just been a journal. I think I said that earlier, but that's okay. It's okay. Doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be great. I'm happy I made this video. Now I can look back at my 2018 and have like a pretty good synopsis of what went on, because I feel like I've just been forgetting everything since everything has been happening so quickly and I've been doing so much. I've just been so busy. I don't think I've been really experiencing and taking all the things in as much as possible. So the things that I mentioned today are definitely things where I made sure to slow down and take some time, like when I went on my trips and everything. But I'm sure that more will come to me later on. Anyway, that is all I have to say. I'm very excited for 2019. I hope you all are very excited as well. 2018 kind of sucked, but it also kind of didn't suck and was really good in a lot of ways, and so I feel pretty 50-50 about it. But I'm feeling pretty 100% about 2019, and I'm ready to go into the new year with like a whole fresh brand new life and home, and it's just gonna be great. I'm very excited. So hopefully I'll see you all soon, and I'll make another video within due time. But yeah, I will see you next time. Bye!